I'm gonna regret not doing this where I normally do it. Hi, how are you? Hope you're well. I know this is a weird spot to do the intro of my videos, but I've set up my camera area like 4 times today and I just didn't feel like doing it for a 5th, and I forgot I wanted to make this vlog, and it's whatever, so just deal with this and bear with me for this video. But I made an impulse decision this morning that I want to start my first ever Freida McFadden book. And I thought it'd be really fun if I did a reading vlog for it, because I have never read a Freida McFadden book before, and I know she's a very, very popular author, and I know a lot of people do love her in the thriller space, so I thought it'd be really fun if I showed you guys my reactions on what I thought. You know, you guys know I love Lucy Foley, and I'm not much of a thriller girly, but I do like them sprinkled in here and there, so right now Lucy Foley's the only author I've really consistently read so far, so it'd be really nice to find another author who I really like. So I will be picking up Never Lie. The reason I decided to pick this up was because I watched a video by, I believe her name is Larry. That's what her YouTube channel is called, I think. She did a video where she read 7 thrillers in 7 days, and that was one of the books that she read, and she described the plot in the video and it just piqued my interest immediately. I always thought The Housemaid would be the first thriller by Freida McFadden that I would read, but this one just piqued my interest. I looked at my library and it wasn't available, and I saw it was available on Kindle Unlimited, and I have Kindle Unlimited until the 7th of August, and it is currently the 27th of June, so just under a month, so I really want to read it while I still have it available to me for free. Basically what this book is about, apparently, is that a couple, I think, moves into a house of a psychologist, or like looks at a house. Again, I've only heard the synopsis from someone else who read it. I haven't read the back, but basically that psychologist went missing and now a couple is in her old house. I think they bought it and they're like finding stuff that she left behind. That kind of just sold it to me. It's not that thick. It's like 338 pages, I believe, and apparently the average read time for it is 7 hours, so I'm putting off my Throne of Glass series read so I can read this instead. I have read the prologue so far, where the psychiatrist or psychologist is speaking, and I am intrigued. I'm very excited, and I'm very excited to bring you along on this journey. Let's hope I like her, because I've heard so many good things, so if I don't like her, I'm going to be so incredibly disappointed. And also, just what a fun turn of events. I did not think I'd be picking this up, like, at all. Like, this was a split decision this morning, so let's hope for the best. So I wanted to finish the video slash the book today, but I have a lot of stuff to do and I still have 100 pages left, and I just don't think I can do everything I need to and read those 100 pages. So I'm going to give myself until today's Friday, so Monday. I really wanted to finish it today because then it could have been a part of my June wrap-up, which would have been really fun, but it is what it is. But the rest of this is going to be a spoiler. Hold on. It is hot. I need to be with my fan. But the rest of this is going to be very much a spoiler, as in I'm going to be talking about names, theories, who, what, when, where, why. So if you have any inkling of wanting to read this book, even if you don't care about spoilers, do not watch the next part. I'm going to spoil the entire story for you, so please skip if you have any inkling of wanting to read this book. If you have no inkling, or if you've already read it, then definitely you can watch it, but any inkling to watch this, skip over it, just trust me. So basically, I've been convinced that Ethan does it this whole time. You know, the patient she's seeing is his initials are EJ. They have the same favorite wine. They have the same like personality, same looks. Like it is him. There is no way it's not him. I have been absolutely and utterly convinced that it is him. All of the signs are pointing toward EJ being Ethan and him having done it. But I'm about 70% of the way through and I have 100 pages left. And now I'm thinking the book has been pointing towards Ethan since the beginning. So I don't think it is Ethan, because everyone talks about Freida McFadden being this amazing author and how they never see her plot twists coming. So if she is pointing at Ethan this much, then it's not going to be him. So I think maybe it's Luke? I don't know. Like, I'm wondering, is Ethan maybe Luke, but he changed his name? I don't think that's the thing, because again, EJ, Ethan, same person. There's no way that they're not the same person. But I'm thinking maybe Luke's the one who died, and it's Dr. Hale that's running around and squatting in her own house. Or maybe it is Ethan who killed her and Luke is squatting in her house, but there's going to be a plot twist about that. I don't know, but it has to do with Ethan. There is no way. Which, by the way, how the hell does Trisha not realize she's listening to her husband's voice on tape? Like, how stupid are you at that point? Because I would recognize my boyfriend's voice on a recording very easily. Even if we were just 1 year into dating, I would recognize his voice. I talk to him like every day. Anyway, I don't know what's gonna happen. I was convinced it's Ethan, and I know for certain he still has something to do with it, but I don't know if he's the guilty party anymore, because again, everything's been so obvious up until this point that I just find it so difficult to believe that it would be him, because Freida McFadden is known for her like plot twists. So like, I don't know how it's gonna wrap up. I'm very confused, but that's where I'm at. So welcome. So I have officially finished Never Lie by Freida McFadden, and it was truly so fantastic. It was going to be a 5-star read, then I read the ending, but I will get into that in like the spoiler part of the wrap up. But the non-spoiler part, it was so good. I understand why people say she's so good at plot twists, because I knew going into it, even though I was convinced, I knew since like page 20 what was going to happen. I also knew that I probably don't, because she is known for her, not spoilers, plot twists. So whatever I thought was going to happen was not right, but I still had really a lot of fun doing it. I enjoyed playing detective, even though I was very wrong. Actually, I got one thing right, but I feel like that was kind of obvious, so. But yeah, so it ended up being a 4-star. I took a star away because of the ending, but again, don't listen to the spoiler part that's coming if you haven't read it yet and you have any inkling to, there's any possibility that you might, please don't watch the spoiler parts. Don't ruin this book for yourself. It was a really good start for Freida McFadden for me. I feel I really did enjoy it. Like I said, I picked it up because I saw someone talk about it in a YouTube video, and it, like, the premise just immediately piqued my interest. It was so great. I really don't have anything spoiler-free bad to say about it, and I 10 out of 10 would definitely recommend this book. Now, on to the spoilers. So again, please do not watch this part if you have any inkling of picking up this book. If you have no inkling though, or if you've read it, keep watching. So the reason why I didn't give it 5 stars was because I was so upset that Patricia and Ethan got a happy ending. Like, when I finished it, I wasn't upset in the sense like, this is a bad ending. Like, of course they're gonna get a happy ending. Of course Patricia is gonna get what she wants. That's how it's been this entire time. But like, come on. Really? Really, Freida? You just had to do me like that. So yeah. I was not happy with the ending. It was a good ending. It was a good ending, but I was not happy with it. It was kind of like the end of like watching Uncut Gems or something, where you're like, of course that was gonna happen. I hated it, but of course, what else would have happened? A happy ending? Of course not, because even though they got a happy ending, it's not a happy ending. She's planning on killing her husband soon. Like, she literally says like, I can do it. Like, She is psychotic. I thought Edward, EJ, who I was convinced with Ethan, I'm kind of disappointed it wasn't, but Edward, EJ, I thought he was psychotic. No, Patricia is psychotic. Anyway, the plot twist did get me though. Like, I gasped aloud because during the book, she goes by Trisha, but she annoyed me. I thought she was so stupid and annoying and stupid. So I kept calling her Patricia. And then during the little PL tape that she was listening to or that we read, Dr. Hale was like, "So will you help me, Patricia?" I was not expecting that at all. I was not expecting it. I was sweating, honestly. I was sweating. I was nervous. I was like, wait, what do you mean? The only part was the chapter or two after that when she was kind of giving us a summary. It kind of felt a little bit like a personality switch and like a Disney villain monologue, which I wasn't fond of, but also at the same time, like, I get the personality switch because she's been tricking us as well. So obviously it kind of feels like it came out of nowhere, so I understand that part. Still wasn't the biggest fan of the Disney monologue, but you know, it has to happen. Like I said, overall, a very good book. I'll definitely be picking up her other books, especially the Housemaid and its sequel, because I've heard outstanding things for that book. And this book was highly rated. I believe it on Storygraph it has like an average rating of 4 stars. But as far as I'm aware, it's not really that popular. I've only ever heard it talked about once. Sorry, something was knocking on my window and I am in the air. So, it wasn't a bird. Might have been a dragonfly. Anyway, the fact that it was so good, despite it not even being that popular, is insane, and I'm very excited to pick up other works of hers. Like I said, The Housemaid and its sequel. I've heard of The Inmate, which sounds pretty good. And then I believe she has other works too that I'll definitely look into, but those are like my main ones that are on my radar right now. And in general, like, I'm just really enjoying thrillers, so I definitely want to pick up more of them. I need to get through Throne of Glass, which, tangents aside, never lie, very good, 4 stars, would reread, would recommend, would reread the author. So, very great experience, very great impulse pickup. I finished it on the last day of June, which was very satisfying for me, and I loved it. So yeah, definitely pick it up. I'm forcing my boyfriend to read it. I'm gonna try and make him start it today. He's not that excited, but it's okay. It's okay because he loves me, so he's gonna do it. He loved the guest list. It's fine. But anyway, I'll stop. I think I've talked more about everything else than the actual wrap up of this reading vlog, so I'm gonna go. Definitely let me know if you've read Never Lie or any other Freida McFadden books. If you have any recs for me, definitely would appreciate that. And yeah, if you like me or my videos, I would really appreciate a like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like it. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.